Yes, you can use a twin needle or a double needle on the Singer Start sewing machine. So let me show you how you thread it up, how to put the needle in, and what stitches you can use on this machine. So twin needles come in all different sizes. Usually they'll say on the package, like this one says 2.5, so that means that the needles are 2.5 millimeters apart. So I use a twin needle when I use and do pin tucks. I use it for when I'm doing like a knit fabric, I'm turning that edge and stitching a hem. You'll probably see that when you actually purchase garments. So we are simulating that cover stitch that's actually on the hem of probably something that you're wearing right now. So a needle just has a single top and the flat side still goes to the back. I currently have one thread in the machine, which I'm going to just go ahead and leave in. And then I'm going to put the second spool of thread right on top of what I've threaded so far. Again, a little tighten with the screwdriver, but not too much. And I'm going to just put my second spool of thread up there. Make sure that when you come down the tension area, you get it nice and deep. Make sure your presser foot is up when you're threading it. Make sure both the threads are in the take-up lever. And then at this point, when you get down to the bottom and have two threads, it doesn't matter which thread goes in which needle. Just go ahead and pick one and thread them up. I'm going to take both threads, slide them underneath the presser foot, and don't forget, lower the presser foot. Okay, when you're sewing, let me tell you about the stitches. So since we can't tell this machine we have a twin needle on, the only stitches you really should be using are the straight stitches. So short, medium, or long stitch length. I'm going to go ahead and start with the medium size. And if you want, just hand turn the first couple stitches. You can hear if the machine is threaded correctly or not. And if it sounds good as you turn it, you're ready to stitch. Now, again, just go ahead and sew. It pretty much acts the same as if you just have a single needle in the machine. And I want to show you what you're going to see on the back. So again, I have one variegated thread in and one color. Of course, I've got two pinks going here. I'll stitch a little bit further. But what does it look like actually on the back of the fabric? So on the back, you see that the bobbin, which I also have as pink thread, kind of looks like a zigzag. It happens to be able to have to catch both needles, so it has to kind of look like it zigzags. And that's what will give you that cover stitch look, is if you're working on knit fabric and kind of doing that 2 rows of stitching for an actual hem. So normally what you would do is just fold your fabric back for the hem, and then you sew from the top side. You can kind of see where the ridge or shadow is, and then that way you can follow along and get your 2 needles to kind of encompass that raw edge as you stitch it. So with this machine, you're only going to do a straight stitch. You might see that the threads do kind of twist a little bit at the top of the needle. That is no problem at all. But you can definitely have some fun with some decorative threads as you add a little extra stitching and decorative work to a finished project.